and welcome back to my playthrough of the Ultimate Decades Challenge. We are back in the Shepherd's Fields. Osbert is up and about. He is feeling much better and tending to his flock. So he had anthrax for a few weeks. He got very ill, but his daughter Constance, she was able to nurse him back to health. And we also have Thomas here, who has been staying with them for probably about a year or so now. So he didn't intend to stay so long, but he really wanted to help them out and make sure that she is doing well, because he has basically fallen in love with Constance. So they get along pretty well. He finds her very attractive, and she also finds him attractive as well. So they have been chatting and getting to know each other over these months, and he has been helping them out. They also have been able to regrow their flock a bit. So Osbert was very concerned for a while because after the anthrax incident, there were only 3 sheep left. But he has been able to acquire some more and start breeding them again, so he now has his flock a little bit more built up so that he can continue making money throughout the summer. But today, Richard and Peter are actually here to visit and to figure out what Thomas has been up to. They haven't heard from him in several months. So they're just coming to see how he's doing, make sure everything is well. Peter has been here before. He and Thomas came here together initially, but while Peter went home, Thomas did not. So let's talk to Richard. So Thomas is going to greet him, kind of catch him up on everything that has been happening here. I think Richard can probably see how interested Thomas is in Constance. Looks like there's a bunny here. That's cute. Oh, Terry's been sprayed by a skunk. I wonder if that keeps happening because of the bush. So I might have to get rid of that at some point because he keeps getting sprayed. This bunny is really cute though. Oh, and there's a phantom dog. Anyway, so Thomas is gonna catch Richard up. Richard's not really mad that he's been here so long, but a little bit concerned, like, for his well-being. Since Thomas is only a teenager, he's kind of wondering where he's been this whole time, so he's gonna get familiar with the shepherds. We should probably go greet him as well. Richard keeps doing push-ups, probably to intimidate them. So Thomas has been having this fear of death for a while. Maybe he'll mention that to Richard. Thomas hates his brother. Peter, that is. So I think Thomas took Cecily's death very hard, for sure. I think it's been good for him to get away from the house and kind of into someone else's world a bit. So this whole thing has been very good for him. I think Osbert is definitely used to being alone. He's not really a very social person. Most of his life, he's been a solitary shepherd in the fields. Something happened when Constance was young, though. I think Constance's mom, something happened with her, so he's taken Constance under his wing and has been teaching her how to be a shepherd for several years now. So that's kind of a unique situation. Usually a shepherd is very solitary, but he's been kind of training her up. However, I think with Thomas being here, Osbert is starting to realize that maybe Constance doesn't want the solitary life. So Osbert is taking a little break here, but he is just thinking about everything, and he's always assumed that Constance would want to take over shepherding from him when she's older, but maybe that's not what she wants. He's never really asked her. It's just been kind of assumed, and he's been bringing her along with him just because that was really the only option. So yeah, so actually this field, it's worth mentioning, is not really their home. They might have a home like closer to town, but this is kind of their temporary hut while they're in the fields with the sheep, like during the warm months of the year. So they're kind of out here all by themselves, away from everyone else. So Richard and Osbert are going to have a little heart-to-heart here. And Osbert is going to offer to take Thomas under his wing and continue teaching him how to be a shepherd, because Thomas has made it very clear to Osbert that he wants to marry his daughter. So Osbert is kind of suggesting that if things continue to go well and Thomas continues to prove himself as kind of worthy of his daughter, that they can get engaged and get married in a few years. So Richard's gonna think about that. But in the meantime, Thomas will stay here and continue being an apprentice as well as a companion for Constance. And Osbert is thinking about things as well, and he's glad to see his daughter so happy. He hasn't seen her happy or social much just because she hasn't had that opportunity in the past. So he can have a talk with her as well. Let's have a deep conversation, and he will let her know that he talked to Richard, and if she continues to like Thomas and they continue to get along, that he might be a good marriage prospect for her if that's something she's interested in. Peter and Richard have made their way home. Peter is up early the next morning harvesting the garden. When Richard arrived home, he realized that Mari is pregnant. So that is very exciting. She is almost in her second trimester, so she is doing well so far with that. So today's going to be a little more chillaxed, just doing some chores around the house, making sure all the animals and crops are taken care of. Richard needs to use the restroom. Looks like Peter is still harvesting. I think Brigit can make some food for everyone. She is kind of, seems like she enjoys cooking and baking, so she has been doing a lot of the cooking recently. Let's do this bread basket. Ooh, she wants to flirt with Ezekiel now. That's interesting because she was interested in Aiden before. She also wants to chat with Esmeralda. Maybe we'll invite them over. But maybe Aldreda can do some laundry. Maria's hungry. She's checking in on Brigit. Like, is lunch going to be ready soon? Richard's hungry too from after his travels. Alright, bread is ready. Let's grab something to eat here. So Aldreda eat after she's done with laundry. Even Peter is working up an appetite. Look at him go. That is good to see. Looks like he's almost done with the garden. So he can grab some bread as well. So Brigit collected a hatchable egg, so let's put that in the coop. Looks like Aldreda has some kind of sickness. She's feeling nauseous right now. So hopefully she feels better soon. She's able to eat some bread, so that's good, but she looks really uncomfortable. Oh, Mari likes cross-stitch. So that's her pregnancy hobby. Oh, does she have a fever? Ooh, she's nauseous too. I wonder if they ate something bad. That is not good. I mean, it could just be the pregnancy making her nauseous. But the fact that Aldreda also has it right now is making me a little concerned. Let's invite over these people Brigit wanted to talk to, because we haven't seen them in a long time. So Esmeralda and Ezekiel. So Ezekiel is a Sistari. So let's invite him over. And Esmeralda, I don't even know if she's in a like villager household. I'm not sure. I mean, we can invite her over too. They're not gonna have the right clothing, so just ignore that. But if they become a bigger part of our story, we can definitely get them some better clothes. So let's greet Ezekiel, discuss what's new at the market. Brigit is really having a rough day today. She says she can't handle it anymore from being short-tempered, and she also is upset about cleaning. Ezekiel's here, and Esmeralda's here as well. We can greet her. Give her a pep talk. She's looking kind of glum. Oh, and Richard has a positive sentiment for Peter. You make my day so much better. Thanks for making me smile. Let's tease Ezekiel about his crush. And let's get to know them. Oh, we have a pretty high, like, friendship with Esmeralda. It says Ezekiel is a horse lover. And wowee, that sim is irresistible. Brigit has a major crush on Ezekiel. Oh my gosh. Is he leaving though? Okay, so she has a crush on him. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen that sentiment. So he's perceived as attractive. And they're just acquaintances, and he's a horse lover. So how does that compare to Aiden? So also perceived as attractive, and she's friends with Aiden. So she now has two pretty strong marriage prospects. I thought like Aiden was a total lock for her, but she has a major crush on Ezekiel right now. Oh, and we didn't even fulfill... Oh, she wanted to flirt with him. Let's invite him back over. So I just invited Ezekiel over again. However, it looks like Brigit is sick as well. She has some kind of rash. So they are all not doing well. But I did check, and Ezekiel is 1 year younger than her. So Aiden is the same age as Brigit, but Ezekiel is just 1 year younger. And hopefully he'll come over. Yep, so he's on his way back over so we can flirt with him. Aldreda's missing her furry friends. Let's have her chat with the goats because she loves her animals. And Richard's here. Should probably... I don't know if Brigit would tell Richard that she has a crush on Ezekiel. She's probably just wants him to go away and in case he comes by, and She doesn't want him to interfere. And here Ezekiel is, and I think Richard would greet him. Let's do a polite introduction. So he is not naive. He is noticing that a boy is coming to see his younger sister, and it's like 9 p.m. at night. So he's not going to let them be unchaperoned. But he'll be nice. So let's have him just go over with the goats as well. Actually, no, the goats are gonna go to bed. Let's just stare at the plants over here while Brigit and Ezekiel chat. So she wants to flirt with him. So let's compliment his appearance. Alright, he liked that. Let's discuss interests. And let's talk about the Pope. Bridget's a little nervous. She's not sure what to talk about. Oh, is he flirting? That seemed really flirty to me. And Bridget's gonna go look at the plants now too. What is she planting? Oh, she's gonna plant something. Richard is just over here like, I'm just looking at the plants. I wasn't watching you guys or anything. So they should head inside because it is very late. Is Ezekiel still here or did he head home again? I think he might have dipped out. He was just coming to see Brigit one more time today, so but Brigit and Richard could head on inside. Let's clean up some of this cross-stitch stuff. Oh, so Peter's emotional control fell out of the range to earn the uncontrolled emotions trait. So his personality is improving a little bit. So his emotional control isn't quite as bad as it was. He still has the sinister trait. Oh, Ezekiel is still here. Let's talk to him more. Oh, Brigit wants to ask him out? I don't know. Let me just pin that one and we will think about it. She can't ask him out on a date at like midnight anyway. And having her crush nearby is making her embarrassed, so she's feeling a little insecure. What's Richard's sentiment with Mari? Deeply connected. Yes, they are, and he's thinking about the baby. Let's ask her about it. Ask preferred baby names. I don't really have a preference, but I can make some suggestions. What about Ricky for a boy and Iris for a girl? New family dynamic jokesters. Sure, okay. So Mari and Richard have a jokester dynamic. Let's tickle Mari. Aldreda's giving them some space. Alright, everyone should head to bed. It is very late. So it is now the next day, and Brigit invited Ezekiel over again because she wants to ask him out on a date, and I want to follow where the game leads, so I'm gonna actually switch his outfits up real quick, and then she's gonna ask him out. Alright, I did make over Ezekiel, but I wanted to show you guys Mari's belly real quick because it is huge, and wow, I would not be surprised if she had twins in there because that is a big tummy. Alright, but here is Ezekiel with his makeover. So updated his hair and outfit a bit. So let's have Brigit ask him out on a date. He's like, yeah, sure. Alright, and let's just go to, I feel like they'd just go to one of the cafes or bars in town. Let's go to this one called the Tavern. Okay, and they're on their date. But now she wants to cloud gaze with Aiden. So I don't know if Brigit knows what she wants. But let's talk to Ezekiel. I'm not sure exactly what's on this lot. Like there is maybe a little cafe. And there's a bar so they can get some drinks. And they're pretty young, so I'm not sure exactly what they would be drinking at this time. Let's get some grape nectar. So basically wine. Oh, they got their wine at the bar. We want to sit and talk to our date and joke with our date. So let's joke about facial hair. Facial harb. He has that kissy heart emoji again. I don't know if that's new or a mod, so I feel like I haven't seen that before. Brigit is seeing a scary sim. I don't know who is scary. Let's compliment Ezekiel's appearance. And we need to do some more jokes. Let's joke about body hair this time. Have a deep conversation. And let's flirt with him again. Ooh, should we reveal crush? Let's go talk like somewhere else. Let's go chat over to the side. I don't want to just talk about our crush in the middle of a bar. So Ezekiel has the caregiver personality archetype. And he is shy. So maybe she'll notice that he's shy and in an attempt to like give him some reassurance, she's going to reveal her crush. So let's see how this goes. Well, that's his mom right there. That's kind of weird. But let's see what he says about this. Right, they're gonna sit down here. So she's letting him know she's interested. And he's just kind of like, okay. I think he must be shy because he doesn't really respond much. Let's tease him a bit. He does have that like flirty emoji, but just his responses are very nonchalant. So Brigit feels adoring towards Ezekiel, so she wants the best for him and thinks he's so wonderful. She still has that crush on him. But they have a little bit of romance now. And his mom is here. I mean, I'm gonna have Brigit introduce herself because the mom is here. Maybe by coincidence, maybe not. Oh, they just had a negative heart. So he did not like her flirting that time. But let's talk to Thalia Sestari, which is Ezekiel's mom. Talk about cooking. Talk about tips from the baker. Kind of weird that she's here. Let's tell an unbelievable story to Thalia, but I don't want to ignore Ezekiel either. I don't really want to like apologize or anything right in front of his mom. Let's just keep it casual. Let's talk about the cold weather. He didn't like us talking about the cold. Oh, okay, Thalia's leaving, so we're getting some more privacy. So let's apologize to Ezekiel now for whatever we said that made him upset. So he accepted the apology. Let's go back to some jokes because he seemed to like those. And let's compliment his appearance as well. There's this other random guy, a land grab. Let's just tell him to go away. Give us some space. We're on a date. Okay, so she complimented his appearance. He liked that. Let's discuss our interests. Let's discuss fishing spots. Talk about cooking some more. Okay, so that's going a little better. I think they recovered from whatever happened in the middle of their date. I think his mom showing up just made it really awkward. But luckily, she hopefully noticed that it was kind of weird and left them alone. So overall, I feel like that was a really good date. They aren't like in love yet or anything, but that was a nice outing. And they got a gold medal on their date. So yeah, overall it went pretty well. And Brigit is in desperate need of fun, so let's send her on home. We are now at the Vic household, and Agneta has arranged a birthday party with the main Hawthorne family as well as her family, because we have a few birthdays today. Aldreda is turning into this life stage called Adult Part 2, I guess. So we will be rolling for her. So Aldreda is turning 52 years old. Agneta is going to be an adult, so she will be turning 30. And as well, Ronilda is aging up into a child, so she'll be 6 years old today. So we have some roles to do for them. I do want to note as well that I updated my death rolls a little bit, but primarily in the adult part 2 and elder stages. I realized I'd calculated the life expectancy very poorly and incorrectly, so I redid it a couple of times, eventually switched to more of a life table format where you can kind of see like the chance that someone is still alive after a certain age. And I can explain that more too if you guys are interested, but essentially it is a little bit more likely that Sims will die as they get older, but not too bad. Basically, like, as a benchmark, if someone makes it to young adult stage, they have about a 30% chance to making it to elder stage and still living. It's not too high of a chance of death, really. And hopefully I'm not eating my words after this episode, but we will see how it goes. Servants here, kind of mingling. Yeah, I just wanted everyone together so that we can do all the roles at once. And it's also good to see their family. So Agneta's seeing Mari during her pregnancy, which is always fun. So let's get to the roles though. So I want to go in order of age. So first we will age up Aldreda. So where is she? Right here. Let's get her aged up. Actually, she's not aging up. She's an adult, but also I feel like I have this set wrong because 48 days is 12 years, but they're actually in the adult stage for twice that much because they are an adult for 12 years and then we do a roll and they're still an adult for another 12 years. Okay, I think I have it fixed now. I'm sorry about the confusion there. So Aldreda is not aging up to a new life stage today, but she is halfway through her adult stage. So the adult stage, in the way I've organized the years, is from when they are 30 years old to 54 years old. So she is halfway through, so 42 right now. So we are going to do a roll for her. And if she survives that, then she'll have another 12 more years before she actually ages up into an elder. So that's how that works. So let's roll for her now that we know that. So if Aldreda gets anything less than a 6, she will pass away. So let's roll for her now. And she got a 13, so she is good for another 12 more years. Alright, so next is going to be Agneta, who is actually aging up from a young adult to an adult. Alright, and Agneta has aged up into an adult. So she is 30 years old. 3 children. Pretty young children, but not babies. Alright, so let's roll for her. I don't want to jinx it by saying anything, but she needs to avoid less than 5. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. I was so nervous for that. So she got a 7, so Agneta is going to be okay. So she also gets to live another 12 years. And finally, we're going to roll for Ronilda. So where's she at? Alright, so she's right here. So let's get Ronilda aged up quick here. And she needs to go outside to age up. So let's see what her personality is. So as a toddler, she had an easy temperament. She got to level 2 in social and level 1 in motor, mental, and creativity. And oh, she has the mean trait. Okay. And aspiration. Let's do playtime captain. So playful, but maybe a little mean. She's got a mean streak. So let's roll for her. So Ronilda needs to avoid a 9 and 19. Oh no. Okay, she got a 9. That is so upsetting. Agneta just keeps losing kids. This is awful. Okay, so unfortunately we have to say goodbye to Ronilda. I gave her just an outfit to see what she would have looked like. And she is so cute and so sweet. And I am very tempted to plead for her to live. However, she's not part of our main household, and I really want those pleads to be very rare. So even though I'm just like so sad for Agneta, I think we're just gonna have to let things happen the way they happen for right now. If like Sybil or Dennis start dying though, I might start doing something. Oh, I'm sorry, Ronilda. I'm gonna do death by lightning, and she disappeared. Okay. So Ronilda is gone. So Agneta just has her 2 babies, Sybil and Dennis. And they're going to be aging up into teenagers soon. Sybil has 9 days left, Dennis has 14 days left. So in the next couple of years, they'll be aging up as well. And Preston does not want a child. I think that's very fair. We set him to neutral after Agneta kind of convinced him that it was his duty for them to have kids. But yeah, it says he's been struggling with raising children and he does not want any more children right now. So I'm going to say yes to that. That seems very accurate. Dennis is really angry right now. Shout forbidden words, so I try to get rid of it. Make a mess too. That's another sad day. It looks like Mari's in labor though, so let's go visit her. I'm gonna end the party since they don't really have anything to celebrate anymore. And Richard needs to go home to his wife, who is in labor. Okay, so in my lack of planning, Mari got kind of stuck coming home because I forgot she was actually at the Vix household. She ended up having the baby at the hospital, which doesn't really exist, so I'm gonna say that she had the baby at home before everyone else got back. She kind of got through that labor by herself. And we need to roll to see what happened as well. So back to the dice. So like always, the newborn is going to need to avoid a 1, 5, 10, 15, or 20. I should have mentioned that she named him Nicholas after her father, Nicol. Nicholas Hawthorne is their firstborn son. So yeah, he needs to avoid 1, 5, 10, 15, and 20. Oh no. Okay, so Nicholas is not going to make it. So they're losing another baby. And let's roll for Mari to avoid a 1. She got a 4, so she'll be okay. So unfortunately, it was a difficult labor for her. And I don't think Nicholas made it during the labor. Let's set him down and say goodbye. Okay, so Nicholas is gone. I keep forgetting to use a form of death that actually gives them a sad moodlet, so I apologize for that. What a sad day for the next generation here. So despite how many kids Agneta had, there's really only those 2 grandkids right now, Sybil and Dennis. And Richard and Mari keep losing babies. So, and there's a fire? Oh no, Mari! Put her out. Richard! Richard, save her. Aldreda, can you save her? Okay, so Mari is alive. She has a sentiment with Aldreda. I am still alive? Oh, I am. I guess you saved me. Thank you so much. So, Aldreda saved her. Richard ran away like a freaking coward. I don't know what that was all about. Let's go yell at Richard because that was obnoxious. Oh, he was saving... I think he was saving Nicholas. Okay, so I guess we can forgive him because he was trying to save their baby. Not a great day, although I'm very glad that Aldreda and Agneta get to live. Definitely a struggle to help raise the next generation. And we are coming up on the 100 Years' War in a few years, so that is possibly going to send some of the men away to war. So I am hoping to get Richard a few kids before then, but so far the luck has not been on our side. I'm gonna leave it there, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please give the episode a like if you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. Bye!